Hello to all the social media platforms. Hello, YouTube. Hello, LinkedIn. Hello, Facebook. Let's go make sure we're live in all the right places. Oh, my little note didn't come up about what we're talking about today. So, we're going to talk about finding clarity, activating confidence, and what happens when we start to do things, when we start to activate things, whatever those things are, when we have clarity and when we have confidence. Won't that be entertaining and fun? So at 3 o'clock Eastern on Monday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, what day is it? Oh God. It's what day is it? Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Okay, so here's the thing. It is Wednesday afternoon, and all of a sudden I realized that I am getting remarried next weekend, and I wasn't making a big deal or fuss about it at all. It was not a big deal. And now all of a sudden, I don't know what day it is because I can't stop thinking about the fact that next Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, Dora's going to be walking down the aisle again. What is that? So, yeah, I have no idea what day it is. Okay, let's go find out. If you're live, please come in. If you're online and you scroll past me, and you're like, I need to get some clarity on something, I need to get confident on something, come in for this little exercise, workshopy thing that is called the Clarity and Confidence Workshop. So, all right, first step. I never see myself on Facebook anymore. It's so weird. So, last time I did this, I didn't see myself on Facebook either. This is so weird, but let's go into LinkedIn because I don't want to spend too much time in just finding out whether or not I'm actually live or not. Um, let's see here. Okay, I'm on LinkedIn. Great. So let's go ahead and chat for a bit. Just one more time on Facebook. Boy, I don't know what's happening with Facebook. I usually have to go back in and add it to Facebook. So, where did I go, you guys? Okay, here we are. Okay, so if you scroll past and you're like, I'm gonna stop for 10 minutes and hang out with Dora and talk about how do I find clarity and how do I gain confidence and why does that matter in my day to day when it comes to taking action. We're going to talk about that. So, I want you to think of right now areas in your life and it doesn't have to be business related, but if it is, great. Areas in your life where you don't have clarity, where you might feel like jello on the counter, is what I like to say, where you might be fledgling. Um, and I want you to write that down. Go ahead, write down if you have pen and paper, because you're scrolling and all of a sudden you have pen and paper. So, poof, pen and paper. So, where in your life do you not have clarity? And so I'm going to tell you a little story. There's been a ton of times in my life where I didn't have clarity, and then I got clarity, and I didn't want that clarity. I kind of wanted to um, brush that off and say, let's just make that be a moment and not be clear. What's interesting about clarity is that we can sometimes try to deny it because we don't want to do the thing that we're asked to do. We don't want to even see it. So I am kind of a clarity aholic. I like I'm always seeking clues and always seeking answers. And what I have found is that when I seek clues and I seek answers, the clarity will come. But when I choose to sit back and let everybody else kind of, do the thing, then I don't have to seek any clarity. I can just kind of sit back. But the clarity comes. And these are the exercises for you to do when you know there's something in your gut, there's something in your heart, there's something where you know you need this clarity to come to surface, but you're just not sure how to get that clarity. So the clarity actually comes through our experiences. So it's not something that is thought provoked. Clarity is something that is experience provoked, where confidence is actually thought provoked. So we think ourselves into confidence and we act our way into clarity. Isn't that interesting? So our clarity comes from our experiences and our confidence comes from our thoughts. So let's break down 2 exercises today. I am just like going to have fun helping you gain clarity and helping you find confidence. Let's do it. Okay, so the way to clarity is this exercise. Now, you're not going to be able to walk away from this 10-minute workshop with clarity, but you're going to walk away from this workshop with the steps that you need to take over the next week. That's your deadline, no longer than a week to do this exercise. So, this is an exercise that I do with every single one of my clients when we start working together. Even if they are so clear on their purpose, even if they are in a place where they have their foundation, they've been doing it for 10 years, where doesn't matter where you are, we still are going to start with this exercise. So, fancy in for this little exercise. And it is what I'd like you to do is you're going to take pen to paper and you're going to write down and describe in detail at least 15 experiences in your life where you have brought value to yourself and to the world. So I'm just going to say that one more time so you can write it all down. What the exercise to bring clarity. I'm just looking around on Facebook again because it's so weird that I'm not showing up. The clarity exercise is I want you to take pen to paper and you're going to write down and describe in detail at least 15 experiences where you have brought impact and value to yourself and to others. And I know 15 sounds like a lot, but we need 15. And here's a reason why. When we have at least 15 experiences, we can then identify the themes inside those experiences to get some clarity. That's what we want. So let me give you some understanding of this what happens when you do this. So what happens when we take pen to paper is that more is always revealed. And so when we're writing these experiences, things are going to be revealed to us that we didn't know through just knowing about that experience. So a full example of this is I'll use myself. When I wrote down my experiences for the first time, and this is something you can do multiple times, when I wrote down and described my experiences for the first time because I wanted clarity around what I should do next inside my business. That was, start one, phase one. And one thing was really clear through all of the experiences. One theme and trend that was really clear is that I always had some type of role model, executive role model, coach, woman that was lifting me up, that was cheering me on, that was advocating for me, that was guiding me always since I was a little girl on. I had and inside these 15 experiences, at least 15 experiences, that was brought to the surface. So that was one piece of clarity that I was able to find when I was doing this exercise. Okay. So you write down all 15 experiences where you have brought value to the world and impact value to yourself, both professionally and personally, not just professionally. So, professionally and personally. And then, step two of this exercise to gaining clarity is that you are then going to pick, and this is where people are like, why are we doing this? This is so awkward and weird. You're going to pick three people and you're going to go out to these three people and you're going to say, I am trying to find clarity and I'm stuck in my head and I'm looking under rocks and I'm looking for clues and I'm not like getting this clarity. So I'd like to dump all of these 15 experiences, just dump them on you without any expectation of you having the answer, just so I can verbalize it from my mouth to somebody else's ears, and that other those other three people's ears need to be trustworthy people and openly objective people. People that are not going to tell you what to do, people that are not going to judge you, people that are not going to say, why don't you just go get a job, why don't you just go back to this place, why don't you do this because of all of the blah blah blah. You don't want that person. You want someone that you trust and that's really openly objective and not bias, that they can just listen to you. And while they're listening, what's happening is you're starting to get more clarity. And then you let whatever's going to happen. And this is where you have to trust a process. Trust a process that when you do this exercise and you take it to another person, that something is going to be lifted to the surface, that you're trusting this process, that something will be lifted to the surface where you're going to know in your head and in your heart, this next thing, this is the clarity. And that's the aha moment. You have an aha moment that nobody can force in. That's clarity for you, right? You experience it. It's not a thought. You experience it. Nobody can force it in. You have that aha moment. And then you're like, I have to take action. That's what's so exciting about the moment of clarity and when you have clarity in your life is that when you get there, when you have it, you have to take action. If you don't take action, what happens with that clarity is it becomes a moment that just passes. It becomes a moment that just passes. And that's not fair. That's not fair to you. So when you get there and you have that moment of clarity, it's so important that you take action. And so the second part is, well, what do I do about this confidence thing? Because I am not confident. I just landed on clarity, and now you want me to go take action. And the last thing I am is confident. I know, but I still want you to take action. So, what happens with confidence if I just said it's in the head? Confidence is your thoughts, and clarity is your experience. Then, the moment that you have clarity, I want you to say to yourself, I may not believe, I may not be confident, but I know it's possible. I have evidence that it's possible. So, maybe I should give it a try. So, right now, I want you to know that you have permission to be confident even if you're not. You have permission to be confident even when you're not. So, for time purposes, this confidence scale, the exercise around how to start moving into feeling confident, I'm going like this because it's like antsy, right? Is going to be in another workshop, which I'm going to come back and do the confidence. What's the exercise around getting confident once I have some clarity and I know I need to move into action? So I'll be back probably tomorrow to teach you guys this confidence workshop. And then we'll talk about what happens after that. Because here's the thing, everything, once you have clarity and confidence, even a little mustard seed of confidence, then we get to build the roadmap together, and that's what's inside the heart cell. We get to take and I get to deliver everything that's in the heart cell so you can go and start creating life-changing amounts of money that's just waiting for you. Purpose-driven business with confidence and clarity. Now you just need the roadmap, which is again inside the heart cell. All right, so I think I'll be back tomorrow. I hope this little clarity exercise was fun. All right, enjoy your day.